everybody. My name is Jason, and I'm once again being joined to my right by the one and only Mr. Jeffrey Pasito. And we'd like to welcome you once again to another exciting episode of Beyond the Edge of Exile. Jeffrey, how are you doing this evening, my friend?
I am doing stellar, actually. I'm doing very, very well this evening. For a Monday night, I've got a lot of energy, which is, I guess, uncommon on Monday nights for some people, right?
Well, I'm not surprised they have more energy. Look at how youthful you're looking with that clean shaven face of
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
You look like you've lost a good 5 years of age there.
That's part of my plan. I don't know if I ever explained it to you. I've explained it to many people. Some people probably that are in the chat here. Oh, apparently you're a little bit crackly. Uh, Janice is saying, Jason. Sounds clear to me. I don't know if it's crackly for anyone else. But
Okay,
that's
I'll
part of
try
my
turning
plan.
my
Is
audio down a bit then.
I grow the beard, and then when I shave it off, everyone says I look very youthful. So it's a good way to cheat age just for a little short period of time.
Oh, a lot of people are
Clean
commenting
shaven
on
Jeff
your
reflects
youthful
far more
looks.
light. Thank you, Madtown. Thank you. I'll have to get some of that powder that the makeup artists use in films to knock down the shine a little bit. See
Right?
my
Yeah.
my greasy forehead coming through. Oh, that is really greasy. Twice a day
Oh,
showers, not just one anymore.
well, Jeff, I got to ask you how you're doing, and I'll ask everybody out in the chat how they're doing this
Yeah,
wonderful Monday evening. We got lots of fun stuff to talk about, lots of cool news to share. I
sure
think it's
do.
going to be a really good episode tonight. I even got to do a good amount of set preparation ahead of time with a couple videos to run tonight, not just one. So I'm feeling good myself.
You had a bunch of pent up creativity there that needed to come out, and
I
I'm
did.
glad because I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen. I should let you guys know that most of these things, the videos Jason puts together, I don't get to see them ahead of time. So when you're witnessing for the first time, so am I. That's why my excitement is genuine when we come off of those videos. It's not that I've seen these before. I don't know what this is, so my excitement is genuine.
Yeah, it's going to be fun tonight. And I had a lot of energy to burn after a total random stranger nearly scared me half to death today. For those of you who don't know me personally, I was working in the store today. The store's closed on Mondays. I'm in the store right now. This is where we film from. And I had the front door unlocked with a big giant sign on the door that said, "Sorry, we're closed. But if you're making a delivery, Pure Later, UPS, whatever, please come in." And some random stranger came in, even though the lights were off in the store. Like I had the one light above me on, the rest was dark. The menu was turned off. So like you clearly the store would be closed, you would think, if the room is dark. And I'm sitting there eating my lunch at the time with my headphones on, watching YouTube videos, not thinking anybody would ever walk into the store with gigantic signs on saying it's closed and the lights off. And then I just kind of look up mid-bite and there's a body like 5 or 6 feet away from me at the front counter, and I nearly choked. I was so startled and scared. So that freaked me out. And then all of a sudden, and then I panic because I go into customer service mode. I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't hear you come in. I was just eating my lunch." And then I realized as I'm looking around the store, all the lights are off. And I'm like, "Wait a minute. Today's Monday." And then so I said out loud, I'm like, what are you doing here? Did you not see that the store's closed?" And she's all shocked. "What? The store's closed?" I'm like, "Yeah, all the lights are off." And she's like, "Oh, well, I was walking around the store while I was eating and I had no idea she was there." And she's like, "I saw a guitar in the front by the window. Is that yours?" And so now she's like chatting me up. And I'm like, "Yeah, that's my guitar, but again, we're closed." And so then I realized this woman was like walking around the store looking at products and stuff while I'm totally oblivious with my headset on. I could have got murdered, yo. I didn't know any. I was like so oblivious, just enjoying my 5 minute break, and then scared the heck out of me. So after that, when she finally left, and I made sure to point her the big giant close signs, two of them,
Two
two
signs,
close
Jason. Two
signs,
signs.
two
This
signs on
big.
the door. I posted photos on Facebook of it. I'm like, there's two massive signs on the door, both say
Yeah.
closed. So I pointed
Yeah.
them out to her. She's leaving. I'm like, "See?" And she's like, "Well, the door was open or like unlocked." And I'm like, "Yeah, because this sign says deliveries are coming." Like, just because the door's unlocked doesn't mean you can walk in. So that was my startle today. Scared the life out of me. But then my heart was pounding. I got all creative after. I had to burn off that energy somehow. So I put a bunch of hours into some videos to share with you people tonight. So we're gonna have lots of fun. It's gonna be a good stream. Lots of cool info to share. Jeff, I talk a lot. So where do you want to lead this tonight? Where do you want to go
Well,
first?
I think we have to do a follow up on last week on a promise we made everyone, and that was because we were away. We were at the for those that don't know, if anyone wasn't aware, we were at the Universal Summit where we got to meet amazing retailers all across from all across Canada. Um,
And
and we
amazing
did not have
other
part.
game companies
Yeah.
too.
Oh, other game companies too. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot. Our peers in the industry, sort of thing. We met up with a lot of people there. It was wonderful.
Yeah. Really
We
fun.
wanted to do a giveaway, but we didn't have anything with us really. So we said we would give away to the people that joined us then this week. So I think a nice way to start off the today's show might be to do that giveaway. I've got the names already in the wheel if we want to do a giveaway of that.
Perfect.
And
So
I was
this
thinking,
this
sorry,
is just the people who watched last week, right? So we're
people who
making them
watched and
good for the
commented
one.
last. Yep.
Perfect. That's awesome. That's a great way to start the
And
night.
I think we're going to do. I haven't passed this by Jason yet, but I think we're going to do a pack of Welcome to Jalara and an organized play pack for something
Yeah.
different. I don't think we've given one of those away yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And once again, our good friend John is on the list. So if John gets rolled in, then you get
We'll
a
double it.
pack of Origins too. So you're
Oh,
all
okay.
voting for
Cool.
John.
Right on. There you go. I
Um,
love it.
Let me see if I can switch over to that camera,
Sure.
to that screen, and see if it works, or if not, I have to do something else funky. But let's see if that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where's my switch over here? To Wheel of Names. Go live. Let's see if the Wheel of Names pops up. Did it
Howdy,
work?
howdy, Mr. Alex21. Nice to see you here in the chat tonight. And everybody else. I tried to say hi to earlier to everybody. Mr. Jason Greenberg, John Rayner, Madtown Hobby, Damien, of course, and everybody else who's watching, who's maybe lurking right now. It's a pleasure to have you all here tonight. We're just about to give away a prize to the people that were here last week because we weren't able to do the draw in Montreal. So anybody who commented last week, your names are on the wheel right now, and Jeff is about to help us
Yep.
pick a random winner to
Shuffling
get
it
a
up.
prize.
So we've got what do we have here? We have 6 people from last week that chatted in the chat room. Again, make sure you just drop even a hello, because there's like a dozen plus in the chat, and we only have 5 or 6 people that speak up to get their names on the wheel. But let's spin last week's wheel and see who is the lucky. Oh, is it gonna be? Oh, it's a close one again. Oh, and it stopped on Brian. Congratulations, Brian.
Nice.
And I think I
That's
spelled
very
your name
cool.
wrong. Brian's with an I believe, not a Y.
No, it is
The
with a
other
Y.
Brian I know is with a Y. Oh,
Oh,
it is with a
well,
Y.
which Brian are you talking about? The one that works here is with a Y.
Oh, I thought it was with an I.
Nope.
Okay, then.
Why
Damn, then
would
I
you
spelled
think
it wrong on
that?
something else. Who have I been sending my emails to? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, some other Brian.
All right, let me switch back to my camera now, and we'll stop the stream. Should come
Wow,
back
you
to my
did that
beautiful
nice and
face,
smooth. You got that figured out.
and I can start adding the names from tonight in this wheel.
Very cool. You got a bunch of names already to get added.
Yeah, I'll start adding those names in, and then do we have any other follow-ups from last week, Jason, we need to cover off on? Is there anything we need
Yeah,
to touch base on?
yeah.
Okay.
I need to make a little bit of a correction and an apology. Just because of the fact that last week, as you can imagine, we did like some very long days, and then we went out for a big dinner after at the keg, and I may
Oh,
have had a little bit of the ceremonial wine at the meal and whatnot. And I misremembered a conversation that I had heard a few weeks prior to that, which was a conversation about a story from a long time ago when some rules questions were coming up. And I misremembered that and thought that that conversation, which was a story being told to me about a couple of years ago, I misremembered that and I thought that was from our current rules team discussions. So last week I messed up because I told people that the pillars, how they work, were changing, but that was my mistake at the time, partly because I was exhausted, partly because I was misremembering the context of where I'd heard that story. So just to be clear for everybody, because I was incorrect last week, pillars in the new set still work the way that they always have, which is pillars will only give you brand weakness of like electric or water or whatever while you're still adjacent to them. When your creatures walk away from the pillars, it wears off just like it always has. So that was just me misremembering a conversation of an old story versus a recent rules team meeting. So I apologize, but to be fair to me, I was also pretty sick last week. Jeff can vouch for that, and I was
oh
really
yes.
tired. We had had a very like been on our feet for a few days straight. So sorry about that if that gave anybody any confusion.
I honestly thought we were going to skip the last stream for that reason because of Jason being sick, but he's a trooper and he pulled through, and most of you guys probably couldn't even tell he was sick. Probably just looked like he was a little overtired from the convention, but
I was
um,
actually really sick, to be honest. I was
yeah.
suffering pretty good. Jeff knows because he heard me
Oh
hacking
yeah.
and coughing. He was in the hotel room right next to our room. I'm surprised that I didn't keep him awake all night because well, not all night, but there were a couple times where I'd wake up with a coughing fit and then take a lozenge and then I'd get back to sleep. Poor Janice, though, she's the one who had trouble sleeping last week when I was really worn out and raggedy. And the irony is, now she's not feeling the greatest today, so that's why I'm here by myself. So if I mess up anything on the graphic stuff on the screen, I apologize. It's because I'm trying to do everything in my end of the stream by myself.
You're by yourself right now, but some stranger may just show up and walk in through the front door again, like earlier.
It's funny you say that because right when the countdown video was going, the 4 minute countdown, I made a special effort to walk to the front door and it was unlocked, so I locked it because I'm like, I am not having any random stranger come walking in looking for ice cream while we're doing this live stream tonight. I've learned my lesson. Closed signs aren't enough of a deterrent. You need to lock them
Nope,
doors.
nope. You need to lock those doors.
Hey,
Guard dog
Cardboard
is the next step.
Cohorts, welcome back. I haven't seen you in the chat in a few weeks, I don't think. It's nice to see you here tonight.
I was actually just thinking about that I haven't touched base with cardboard cohorts in a little while,
Make sure you get him on the
or heard much.
list.
So,
We want him to have a
yep,
chance
he
to win
is.
tonight.
He's right
Oh,
on there.
perfect. Right on. That's good.
Yep,
That's good.
yep. Got
And
him on
yeah,
the list as soon as he popped up.
for John in the chat, who works in the gaming industry himself as part of his day job, he knows full well because he's been to a lot of those trade shows
Oh
that
yeah,
they are a very long day, especially when you're working as an exhibitor because you have to go in early to set things up. Then you have to do the whole day while all the conventioners are there. And then often you have to tear down that night because maybe the floor layout changes the next day. So yeah, those are long, grueling days, but they're also fun because you get to meet a lot of people and talk about
agreed.
your pride and joy of the game you're involved in. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Speaking of people we spoke to there and stuff like that, um, I think you might have a video clip that we could probably run now that might go over some of that potentially. Do you want to run that now, maybe, and we'll have a chat about it after?
Let's see. So I've got a couple of video clips tonight. Is it the, so it's not the spoiler one because I do
No,
have a spoiler video. I have a video talking about some new stores and other cool announcements. Is that the one you're thinking of? Because I can
that's
do
the one
that
I'm
one now.
thinking of.
Perfect. All
Why don't we
right.
run that one?
Okay,
Make people wait for the spoilers.
give me just 1 second to double check. Yes,
No
okay.
problem.
I have the right file
Yep.
loaded. I have to
I
double
caught
check
you off
everything.
guard.
Well, it's not that. It was like YouTube caught me off guard. My last few minutes of
Yeah,
setup
that's
I
true.
didn't get tonight because for anybody who does live streams, YouTube kind of made me re-enter the stream keys and stuff after I hit live, and that cost me 5 minutes I wasn't expecting. So, but yeah,
Okay.
I got the video loaded, and let's check out some cool
Awesome.
announcements that I'm very excited to share. Some new stores have joined the Genesis community, so let's take a look at that. And there's also another surprise announcement in there that I think you're gonna be thrilled about. So let's take a look, and we'll be back in about a minute.
And now, breaking news. New store alert. Genesis Battle of Champions continues to grow. Valhalla Hobby is a local game store in Verona, Wisconsin, with a focus on bringing niche games at good prices to the local player base. Visit them in person or shop online at valhallahobby.com. With traditional board games, TCGs, role-playing games, and more, Good Times Games has been the pinnacle of gaming in Prince Rupert, British Columbia for nearly 2 decades. And of course, if you're looking for good times, you're going to want to play Genesis Battle of Champions, now available at Good Times Games in Prince Rupert, BC.
So there we are. There's our first clip that I prepared for today. Exciting times because Genesis, under the new umbrella of Edge of Exile, we're going to Gamma, which is going to be a lot of fun down in Louisville, Kentucky. So I'm very
Oh
excited
yes.
for that. I hear it's a great time.
Yep.
I can't wait to be a part of it.
John brought up that they've left Reno. That's true. They've been moving around. I guess Kentucky's where they're landing this year, so should be great. I think it looks like it's spread between the convention center there and a hotel. So I think it's just outgrown itself probably, and it needs bigger space, which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's going to be a really great time there. Four very long days, plus some bumper days on either side, I believe, for people displaying stuff. So it's going to be about a week in Louisville, Kentucky there.
Yeah,
And
especially for us, because we have to go early to set up
yes,
again, like I was
yeah,
alluding to before. So it'll be a long week for us, but it'll be a really fun week.
And two new stores on our store finder, Good Time Games in BC and Valhalla Hobby in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
They've put in pre-orders. They're carrying Genesis. They're
that's
going to get
right.
Invasion on December 2nd. It's going to be
And
amazing.
and those are the only two stores that reached out directly to me ahead of time before I get the list from the distributors. But you
Yes.
can expect to see the store locator for Genesis really fill up in another week or so when I get the email of the first batch of stores have pre-ordered. Because I have been told that a lot of stores have pre-ordered. I just don't have the list yet. So there's gonna be a lot more pins going on that map and a lot more announcements coming up soon. And then for John Rayner, yes, if you're anyone's going out to Prince Rupert area in BC, I hear nothing but great things about Good Time Games. And then for Cardboard Cohorts, why, yes, we did say Kentucky.
That's
Genesis is going to
right.
be coming down with all our fun stuff to Louisville, Kentucky for the Gamma Expo, which is going to be a blast.
Oh
So,
yes, should be amazing. March 3rd
yeah,
to
7th, I believe it
hold on, I got the
is.
dates. 3rd to 7th, I think. Right, I had the dates. Oh, I had the dates right here, so I wouldn't lose them. 3 to 7. Yep, March 3rd to March 7th.
And then for Damien asking, what is the cutoff date, the latest date that a store can order Invasion so that it'll be at the store for December 2nd? Currently, both wholesalers, the one in the States and the one in Canada, have a cutoff date listed of November 2nd, but there's a
Yes.
small chance it might wind up having to be a little bit earlier, depending on when we get the final notice of when things are going to ship. Because if they have to ship a little bit earlier, then the cutoff date might be a little bit earlier to guarantee in-store arrival. But generally speaking, too, a lot of times distributors will order extra. They won't just order whatever is pre-ordered because then
Yes.
what happens if people want more booster boxes the next week? So they'll usually order a somewhat extra. So the more stores that place pre-orders, the more surplus they're going to order as well, so that the late entrance into the field can get some as well on release date. So even if your store doesn't get its pre-order in time, there's a chance, not guaranteed, but there's a chance they could still get some on release date. It all just
Yep.
depends on the amount of pre-orders that stores do place. Because the more stores that order, the more likely everybody will be able to get product. So if you can talk your local game store to placing a pre-order, it will help a lot. Now, let's see what Madtown Hobby has to say. First of all, Cardboard Courts. Yeah, Jeff and I are both going to be there. Janice is going to be
Of
there,
course.
and we're going to have a couple other people. So you'll if you go to Kentucky for Gamma, you'll see all of us in person. We can hang out and have some fun.
Oh yes,
Uh,
we'll be there long enough to probably have a dinner. That's my
Yeah,
hope.
probably on one of the nights that the event isn't going on too, because we'll have to be there the
Yep.
day before and probably the day after.
Yep.
And then for Madtown Hobby, it's two more Wisconsin stores putting in orders. That's amazing, including Noble
That's
Knight,
great.
which is a huge online retailer. That's really exciting to hear, and we thank you very much for spreading the word.
Yeah. Make
There's
sure they reach out to Jason at hello@edgeofexile.com and let him know that so that he can get them on the finder.
Yeah, that's true. Once they placed a pre-order, if they want to go ahead and email me as soon as they place it, then we can
Mhm.
speed up the process and get them listed on the store
Yep.
locator. And of course, every store that places pre-orders, we're going to be plugging them here on our weekly Monday night live streams.
For sure.
And I've also let the stores know that have already placed pre-orders so that I intend to do some special Genesis posts on our official Genesis Facebook and our Instagram and Twitter social media. I'll spread it out, different stores on different social medias, but I'm going to make an extra effort to promote these stores really hard because Genesis cares deeply about supporting the stores that support us. And we're going to put,
Mhm.
I- I'll say that we're going to make an effort to put more effort than any other game does to support the stores. So
Yeah, for sure.
I'm very thrilled to promote the local game stores and give them shout outs and share social media stuff and spread the word. So yeah, definitely once they place pre-orders, if they email us at the address you see on the screen, we will make an extra effort to help them in return and promote them a lot.
It's great that Cardboard Cohorts is going to be there in Kentucky. That's wonderful because we feel like long lost brothers sometimes, me and him.
Nice.
There's a lot of things that we uh, coincide with and only know each other from online.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Hopefully, there'll be some other friends of ours from the States that we'll
Oh,
get
I
to see
think so.
down there too.
Yeah,
I get the impression a lot of people travel from all around the country for that event. So I'm looking forward to seeing a
for
lot of
sure.
people in person that I either haven't seen in a while or haven't met in person. So it'll be a really good time.
Yep, Gamma's got to be one of the biggest shows there for this sort of thing. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot of fun to be there for it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't
March
wait either.
March can't come soon enough, and yet it's right around the corner. So
Right? Well,
yep.
it felt like it was forever to get to the Universal Retail Summit, and then all of a sudden one day I woke
Mhm.
up and it was time to go to Montreal. So it
Yep.
sneaks up on you eventually. So it's fun. It might feel like a long way right now, but March will be here before we know it.
Oh yeah. Bit of a longer drive down to Kentucky, but we'll make it.
Oh, it'll be fun. We'll have a caravan. We'll have a couple of vehicles going down, lugging all
Yeah,
sorts of
for sure.
product and lugging all sorts of cool stuff for the booth, like the displays and all that. And we're going to
Cool
work really
stuff and
hard
warm
to make
bodies.
sure it looks really awesome. Cool stuff. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah,
Cool
for sure.
stuff, warm bodies. Good line.
Yep. Yeah, you only like that because Janice isn't there to tell you it was a bad joke.
Oh, I don't know.
um, so that's great that uh, about a couple more stores there in
Yeah,
Wisconsin. That's wonderful.
very exciting.
I've heard of a couple others. I think there's one in Florida too that someone told me they put their pre-order in with. So hopefully they let you know. Jason, hopefully they contact us directly, or if not, at least Southern Hobby will let us know once they finalize their pre-orders. And
And I think I heard a
yeah, it's
rumor
great.
that
It's spreading.
that Epic Adventure one out in California placed a pre-order, but they haven't actually personally wrote me to tell me. So I'm just
Yep.
waiting to hear from them because if they've placed a pre-order, we'll get them on the map right away too.
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Yes, collecting pins on the map like Pokemon. That's
Yeah,
right.
that's the
Gotta
hope.
catch them all.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful. Um, Let me see. I just want to see if I missed any names to add to my list here, but I think I've got them all. I'm going to go through it quickly. If you don't hear your name, please say hello in the chat. I've got John, Jason G, Mr. Alex21, Cardboard Fab, Damien, Madtown Hobbies, and Cardboard Cohorts. Did
Nice.
I miss anyone from the wheel? I mean, obviously we still have till the end of the show, but I wanted to keep up on top of that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to
All
keep
it
that
takes is
going.
a comment in the chat and you get a chance to win some
Yeah.
prizes tonight.
Just say
Uh,
hello. You can even put the period button and hit enter. I'll count that.
you could even just ask a silly question like, Jeff, why do you look so pasty on camera? You're so
It's
bright.
my Halloween filter. I'm supposed
How
to
do you
look a
feel?
bit pasty. I don't know. Having said that, I was tempted one time, Jason, to run this through a what's that called, a Snapchat filter, but I thought you would not be too happy to see that, so I figured
No,
I'll keep just my normal face on screen.
no. You, I trust you. You can do whatever you want. I trust you. I've
We'll
got
see.
some
We
other
have, we
cool
have the
stuff
night
to
before
show.
Halloween. Maybe I'll run one through then.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I got some other cool stuff to show.
Sure.
As people know, now that we've been to Montreal, a lot of game store owners went out to Montreal, met us in person, and they got to get their hands on some of the brand new 2023 starter decks, or at least like a rushed preliminary version of it.
Mhm.
But the whole bunch of them that's going to actually go on release date aren't here yet. We special ordered some. But people have them now. People physically have some cards with the new templating in their hands at their stores. Their players are getting to check them out. I thought it'd be cool to just take a little bit of a closer look since they physically had them here in person. I grabbed an old version of Inferno Crawler and a new version. I did a cool little video clip to show some of the differences, and I thought maybe it'd be nice to show people that. So if that's all right with you, we'll take a closer look
Sure. I'd love
comparing
to
the
see
two
that.
different versions of cards. Keep in mind, both are totally legal for tournaments and all that. Nothing weird is going on that way. But I thought it'd be fun to show the differences and show people
Excellent.
what I feel are a lot of really cool improvements. So if you're up
Awesome.
for
Let's
that,
have a look.
I'll hit that video now too then.
Go
And
for it.
here we go.
Now that we've received our first samples of the 2023 starter decks, I thought it would be fun to take a closer look at what an older Genesis card looks like and how it compares to the formatting of a new Genesis card. For today, let's take a look at two different versions of Inferno Crawler. When we began the process of redesigning the templating for Genesis cards, we had several important goals in mind that we wanted to accomplish. First, we wanted to make more of the artwork visible. By removing the unused affiliation symbols that are not active on a card, we were able to free up a lot of space on the right-hand side, which allows you to enjoy more of the artwork. Also, thanks to the keen artistic eye and vision of our Chief Design Officer, you'll notice that the Inferno Crawler on the right has a much more dynamic and intimidating vibe to the artwork than the original version, which was the same artwork, but laid out to give more of a focus on the background art as opposed to the featured creature in the front. This is a process that we intend to use with all of our artwork moving forward to give the cards a more dynamic and action-oriented feeling. Neither photos nor video can truly convey how bright and vibrant our new cards actually look in person. I'm very happy to say that along with the improvements visually, there's a noticeable improvement in the quality of the cards that have been printed as well. I believe that we've made a wonderful choice with our new printing company that we'll be using moving forward, and I believe that when you get these cards in your hand, you're going to love the way they look and the way they feel.
Yeah, I just want to give everybody a little bit of a look at instead of having just photos off a computer, it was nice to actually have two physical cards on the table, show the differences. And as I said in the commentary during that video segment, even with the video or photos, there's just no honest way to show you how bright and vibrant they really are. You have to physically see them with your own eyes in person. But they're really bright. I love them. They pop. They look really sharp. Jeff did
Oh
a
yeah,
great job with
thank you.
shifting the focus on the artwork that existed so that like these close-up shots now where your attention's drawn to where it should be drawn, it really makes the cards feel more actiony, which is awesome. I love what he's done with that. And then, of course, the final thing that you definitely can't tell over a computer, which I mentioned in the commentary too, is when you physically feel these cards in your hand, they have a noticeably better quality feel to them. You can just tell that it's a really high quality product. The cards are I'm just raving on and on about them. But I wanted to give you guys my 2 cents on it and give you a look at them. And hi,
They,
Jerome. Nice to have you here tonight.
they have a great snap too, which you'll see
Uh-huh.
when you shuffle them and stuff like that. They're
Yeah.
nice and party sort of thing. I'm not sure if you mentioned in it, Jason, because I can't hear the audio when I watch these, but you might have noticed all the text on the Inferno Crawler. For the starter decks, we put in all the reminder text because it is supposed to be a starter product. So
Yep.
on if Inferno Crawler was printed in a regular set, because it is a non-common card, I think it's non-common, it wouldn't have all those text lines. Even common cards do not have the beckon text line because beckoning is understood what it is, and most attacks are understood unless there's something specific. So in that comparison there, you'll notice there were text lines because it was in the starter deck, not in a normal print run. It wouldn't be that way. But yeah, like look, I didn't even realize they put the flaming box around it. How much more artwork you get to see
Right.
just by losing that bar down the side, right?
Yeah.
It's so much more, and yeah, it really I cannot wait till artwork is created on this like for this template
Yeah.
without having to block out the side and the awareness at the top and all that. And when it's blocked out properly for it, I can't wait. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah,
When
the
artwork
artists
is
have
designed
more
specifically for these
prime real
templates.
estate to use for their
Yeah,
artwork, which is really exciting.
exactly. Yeah, not everything's leaning off to one side.
Right. Yeah. I think it's really going to make a big difference when we get new art specifically designed for the new template.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be great. So that's a really good comparison to show there. We did take a lot of time as minor as it might sound to um, make sure the artwork was focused just right for each piece. It wasn't a matter of hey the artwork is this big, put it on. It was a very careful consideration of how much spacing it took up to make sure it filled the right spacing, showed enough. I'm talking even more so about Invasion when we get to the Invasion set. When you see some of the spoilers Jason's going to show you later because you have a spoiler video too for later, right, Jason?
Yes,
When
we
you
do.
see
Yeah,
some of
we have a
those,
spoiler for tonight too.
you'll see like you won't see it because you didn't know what the rest of the artwork looks like for that, but a lot of care was taken to make sure that they fill it out the frame properly and as best as possible to get the most out of the artwork and the most impactful presence for it. Uh, Claude just joined us. I gotta add Claude's name.
Yep. Hello
Claude.
and welcome to the stream. We are talking about all sorts of exciting things for Genesis tonight. We just
Oh
announced a few
yes.
minutes ago that we'll be live in person at the Gamma Expo in Kentucky in March. We've shown a comparison of old templating versus new, and you can really see how much the new cards pop and how much more artwork you'll be able to see. And as Jeff just alluded to, we have some spoilers for some new cards that haven't been revealed yet that we're going to be showing tonight. Cardboard Flesh and Blood, I believe that Jeff said
Yes, you
you're
are.
on the spinner for tonight. Perfect.
Yep.
All it takes is a comment,
On
and
the
you
spinner.
can win a prize tonight. So everybody who's commented so far, you're already entered for the prize. It's going to be a fun time.
We're gonna do a pack of Origins and a pack of organized play. And again, if John Rayner is drawn, we're going to throw in another pack of Origins for that. So
Yeah, there you
it
go.
doubles your packs of Origins.
I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
What else should we
Um,
talk about?
I don't know what else do we have to go into. Do we want to? So we're just past the halfway mark here. Should we get into the spoilers because I think we have 4 or 5 spoilers. There's a bit more than we usually do.
Yeah, there is 5. It's a little bit longer video because I wanted to give each
Yeah.
card enough time on the screen that you could read it. There have been some times before where I'd forgotten about that and the cards don't quite stay on the screen long enough. So it's a bit longer spoiler video, but hopefully everybody will get a good chance. And if not, you can just rewatch the video after it's done and pause it to your heart's content. But
Well,
if you're
then
ready,
within a
we
day
can
or
do that.
so, I try and get them up on the website as well,
That's true.
because that's where our hub for everything is genesisbattleofchampions.com. That's where we're trying to keep. That's where our learn to play videos are. Our lore is going. We're on chapter 2 now. Chapter 2 is
Yeah.
complete. So if you haven't caught up to speed, you can hop on there and read chapter 2, and that's where all the spoilers are. So that's where you're going to find everything.
And the
Links to the
store
apps as
locator.
well,
Don't forget
and the
that, the
store
store
locator,
locator.
the apps, everything's on there to direct you where you need to go. If you haven't tried the apps, it's on Android and iPhone, so go ahead and download, and you can keep track of everything. It's got all of the champions in it now, so you don't have to remember anyone's aura or health. You can just click the button and they'll pop up there.
All right.
That's
Well,
awesome. Do you want to run the spoilers? And
yeah,
we'll
I
see
think
what,
so.
unless someone has any questions before we hit the spoilers. Can I put all the spoiled cards from the starter decks into the spoiler page so we can read them? Oh, can I put? Yeah, can I put? They should be there already. I do have to update them with a couple minor changes, but they should all be there already. Oh, I see what you mean, because they're done in a lump, in a group sort of thing. All the cards from there, other than what's an invasion, have been spoiled before because they're reprints, other than the handful of invasion stuff. So they are pre-existing cards. I'll see if I can dump a slightly higher resolution version there, so at least they're legible. If they're too blurry, I'll have to look at that. I wasn't aware that they were low res like that. I'll fix that up for you, Damien, as soon as I can. Then,
Oh,
so
like
that
the
they're
ones where
more
it was
legible.
the whole deck list kind of conveniently in one
Yeah,
image? Was okay, yeah.
yeah, it might be a little bit lower res than what he's looking for. So I'll see if I can. If it's illegible, I'll up the resolution there for you guys.
Nice.
I'll take a look at that after.
All right.
But yeah, let's run that spoiler.
Yep. There's a theme for tonight. The theme is alterations, cards that change how squares in the arena function. So it'll be a fun theme to check out. Let's take a look and we'll be right back. There you go. I was pretty happy with how those spoilers turned out. I thought they looked pretty good in there.
Yeah, no, they look really, really good. I love the idea of alterations. I don't know if people are aware that I'm a huge fan of anything that gets put in the arena on that kind of thing. I'm not good at placing them, whether they're pillars or quicksands. People know I had an all quicksand deck at one point. I always trap myself, but I love the idea of altering the arena because I think that's a huge component that you get in this game is changing the landscape, as it were. I really like that.
Yeah, that's a
So I'm
cool
really excited
enhancement.
for these alterations to be added.
For sure.
And some of them, like Corpse Heap, are bringing in subconscious cards and stuff like that. Like there's a lot going on with these alterations now, which is really, really nice.
Yeah, we're starting to get a little bit deeper into the gameplay, which is exciting, exploring new possibilities of what the cards can do and how they can affect the game. Also in Metamorphosis, we're going to go another step deeper with that, and it's going to be really fun. The
Yep.
future's very, very bright for Genesis, and I'm
Oh
thrilled
yeah,
with that.
for sure. Madtown Hobby, I can answer that question. The goal is to have it ready for next Monday. That was the goal, and I should be able to meet it. It's just a matter of making sure that all the T's are crossed and I's are dotted, and the TTS mod should have the starter the TTS mod with the starter decks should be available at that point.
That's exciting.
That's the goal, at least. Yeah.
Nice.
So that'll be all ready to go by next hopefully by next stream, so we can announce it there and have it ready for everyone, because it's a great way to learn is with the starter decks. So to pull someone into TTS and show them through that is a wonderful way at this point to teach people far and wide how to play the game. That's how I fell in love with it, was through TTS, being taught by Will, actually, and that kind of got me on my whole Genesis kick, was learning it through Tabletop Simulator. So a couple starter decks in there, well, a couple 5 starter decks in there is a great way to get started.
Yeah, there'd be some fun new gameplay options. People can try them all out ahead of time and see which ones they really fall in love with.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, for sure. So those are the alterations. We're gonna have to. So we got how many weeks now left? 6 weeks, I think, till
6.
release date.
That's what the
6.
YouTube title says, so I hope I counted right. I'm pretty sure it's 6 weeks.
Yeah, I believe it's 6 too. I counted earlier today too to make sure. So we got about 6 weeks left. So we're gonna ramp up the spoilers probably starting next week, Jason. I didn't tell you that part yet, but we're gonna have to start doing like chunks of spoilers that might be a lot more of a, hey, here's a video, show off like a dozen spoilers or 10 or something like that, because
Oh,
we're gonna
that'd
have
be
to get
fun.
through them all before then.
Nice.
I'll try and keep them all themed. We'll try and keep them themed for everyone so that there's some fun. The theme may just be, here's an affiliation. That might be the theme, but I'll try and get that to Jason ahead of time so you can put together the videos earlier, and we'll have them planned out over the next 6 weeks or so that by day and date, you'll know everything that's going to be in the set, and you'll know what you're cracking open on December 2nd. Should be a lot of fun.
They'll know everything, except they won't know how beautiful the foils look until they see them in person.
That's true
something I'm
too.
excited for too. Jeff and I were privileged enough to get some video and some
Oh,
photos sent to us from the printer, and
oh
I'm
yes.
very, very, very excited for everybody to see how the new foils are going to look. I think everybody's going to love it. We've made some pretty lucky decisions that worked out really well, and I'm thrilled.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I think we've gone the right direction with them, and I think everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised.
yeah,
Place them in random areas. Website, YouTube, Shorts, Facebook, etc. Oh, that's not a bad idea. Damien says we should place our spoilers in random spots and let them find it, kind of like an Easter egg hunt.
oh that's true. That sounds kind of fun. We could totally do that.
Not a bad idea, actually. Oh,
Hey there,
Jeremy, one
Jeremy.
more name.
Welcome to the chat tonight. You've just been entered to win a prize. May the odds be ever in your favor.
All
As
right, so
Jeffrey
now we've
adds you
got
into the list.
what do we got? We got 10 names in here now. I think that's
Very
about right.
good.
I'm going to go through the name list one more time. John, Jason G, Mr. Alex, Cardboard Fab, Damien, Madtown Hobbies, Cardboard Cohorts, Jerome S, Claude, and Jeremy H. I don't think I've
Nice.
missed anyone. I think I've got everyone in there at this point,
Seems
if I'm
good.
not mistaken.
Well, Jeremy,
And
you
that
missed a
again,
few fun
yeah.
tidbits of info earlier. You're a little late getting here, but I'll give you a super quick recap. We announced that we're going to Gamma in Kentucky in March. So we're going to be there with all of our American friends, showing them how much fun Genesis is. We've just revealed some spoilers. What else did we do? We announced some very exciting new stores that are now carrying Genesis in the States and in Canada. Store locators starting to fill up. That's really cool. We did a side-by-side comparison of Inferno Crawler from the old Haunted Castle gaming era and the new Edge of Exile era, and I'm very excited with how the new cards look. I think everybody's going to love them. Is that it, Jeff? Did we do anything else?
We did the last week giveaway.
Oh,
So
we
that was
did
at
the
the beginning.
giveaway from last week as well.
Yeah.
Who wound up winning from last week? I already forgot. It was
No one important.
no.
It was Brian. It was Brian.
That's right. Yeah.
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 Who's not
That's
here
right.
today? Brian, you could have won again today. You should
Yeah.
have joined up.
He might be lurking quietly.
They did a box break yesterday, did they not? Brian and
Yeah.
Joe? I think they did on
Yeah.
their channel.
And I believe
And they did a giveaway.
I believe Jeremy knows quite well the person who won all those cards. It was pretty exciting.
Oh, who won? Was it Jeremy? Is that the joke I'm missing here?
No, it was his daughter, Emma.
Oh,
Our 11-year-old player who did some amazing Genesis artwork that's up on the wall in the store now. I'd show you
awesome.
it, but it's actually hanging on the wall. I'd have to get a ladder to take it back down. So, yeah. So
Well, I'll
lots
have
of
to
really
see it
cool
next
things
time I
going
come
on.
up. I'll take some pictures.
Yeah, she's quite talented. We might have to hire her to do an alternate art someday.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, it's very cool. It made me really happy. Made me like the proud papa in a way when we got our first Genesis fan art. I was very thrilled. And
That's awesome.
Brian also got a copy of it, and he showed it
Ooh,
off on their live stream over on Imperial Pulls last night when they were
that's
giving
awesome.
away basically a booster box. So
Wow. Genesis, the game for ages 11 to 111. Yeah, Jerome, that's right. It's the package says 13 plus, but everyone can have fun playing it.
yeah, yeah. I'm I'm actually really proud of the fact that up here in our store, we have a really great, diverse group of players who play. We've got adults, men and women. We've got teenagers, boys and girls, young kids. Like there's so many great people of all walks of life playing Genesis, and it makes me really proud that it's a game that's actually bringing all sorts of people together, and I love that. I'm very proud of that. And
Is
yeah,
it,
Janice says in the chat, and she's quite right. Emma is a prodigy at 11 years old.
that's
She is
awesome.
playing Genesis at a very impressive strategic level. Um,
That's awesome.
I got out one of the starter decks because, as you know, game stores all over Canada have them now. I got out one of the starter decks just to play it, and she whooped me good with her custom built deck. I was impressed.
Oh,
So
that's
yeah,
awesome. That's
Emma,
actually really impressive.
you
That's
did a
fun.
great job, and I was very impressed with your gameplay and your artistry.
Oh,
So
Emma's here as Jeremy. Haha,
yeah,
so it is Emma right there. That's
yep.
awesome. Great. I can't wait to see your artwork, Emma. Next time I'm up at the store there, I'm going to take a look for sure.
Yeah, you're gonna
That's
love it.
awesome.
It's a
That's
great
awesome.
artwork of Erica, so it's
Oh,
very
nice.
well done. Yeah,
I might just get Jason to send me a picture of it later because I probably can't wait to get up there
yeah.
because
There
it'll
you
be
go.
probably
I'll
a week or
text
so
it to you
before I get
after the live stream's
But
over.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll get one of them that way so I can see it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, do we have any other questions coming in from the chat? Because we're pushing up towards the end of the hour here, and I don't want to drag. We obviously don't want to drag it on if we've covered what everyone wants to hear.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
there's any other questions, we can answer them right now. This is meant to be a two-way forum. It's an open place for you guys to ask us questions. Between here and the hello@edgeofexile email address to send in maybe longer form questions, things that you'll need a longer answer to either through email or on our lives, you can send them that way. But if it's a quick little something or other, we can handle it through here if you wanna post it in the chat there. We'll give it a couple minutes, see if anyone pops anything up there. If not, that's all the videos, right, Jason? We did go through all the videos
Yep.
now, right?
Yeah, we
That's
did
awesome. That was
the
a lot of
gamma
videos.
announcement with the store locator, new stores. We did the artwork reveal, and I did the comparing cards video with Infernal Crawler. So we showed off all the clips that I had ready for today.
I want to confirm one thing. Emma, are you and Jeremy both there, or is it just you on Jeremy's account? Because I want to know how many names to put in the wheel. Because if you're both there, I'll add your name to the wheel too. So let me know that, please, Emma.
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to step off camera for a second. I'm going to go snap a photo of this.
Okay, everyone wants to see this now,
maybe I can
eh?
show it on stream. Give me just a second. I'll go
Sure.
snap a photo.
No problem.
Up on
Go for it.
stage,
Well, I got to entertain you guys. I'll do a little tap dance or something. No, but yeah, let me know, Emma, if you're both there. I'll throw your name in the wheel as well. I'm assuming you're both there, so I'm gonna put your name in that as well. Claude is already in, and I think we've got all the names in the wheel, which is great. So unless there's any pressing questions people have, once Jason gets this picture for us, we'll go to spin the wheel. We've got 11 entries today to try and win an organized play pack, a Origins pack, and if John's name happens to come up, an additional Origins pack. So you're gonna really want to hope that John's name comes up on the wheel because then you get an extra
What song
pack.
did you sing while I was gone?
It was an interpretive dance, actually, Jason.
Oh, nice. I'm sorry.
Please don't watch back. Do not watch back.
All right. So just like how I said earlier in our live stream about the Genesis cards, how photos or videos, it doesn't do it justice in real
Yeah.
life. Same idea here because this is just a screen grab on my phone, but I'm going to show you this amazing artwork. Are you ready, everyone? Here we go. Let me see if I can line my phone up with the camera.
I'm watching.
Sorry for the
I'm on a
glare from
couple
my
minute
ring
delay
light.
here. So, oh, that's so Tim Burton-esque. I love that.
Yeah, she did a really great. And again, you can't really tell the subtle details because there's glare and whatnot. But like, there's lots of great striping on the cats, and yeah, and the flower in the hand is actually very well done. It's very detailed, but you can't really tell
Is
so
that
much.
fringe on the bottom of the dress there, like a flapper dress from the 50s or whatever? It looks like fringe from here, from what I can see.
Yeah,
That looks
well,
awesome.
that or it's probably more likely it's the fur off of the cat in the background. The black
Ooh.
one is what I think it is.
You know what? That's the beauty of artwork, right? Because you have that bit of interpretation that the artist
Exactly.
had one intention and the audience took something else out of it. So it works both ways.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
awesome.
very cool. I was very appreciative when I was given
Yeah.
that. I was very excited about it. So made me very
Yep.
happy. So once again, great job with the artwork by
That
Emma.
is awesome.
I'm looking forward
I
to seeing
really
what
like
other
that. Good
artwork
work.
she can come up with in the future. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, keep plugging away at it. That's awesome. That's really, really good.
yeah.
I'm glad you took that picture and shared it with us, Jason. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone got to see it. That's really good. I hope you're okay with that, Emma. I mean, it's pinned up in the store, so I hope you're happy that was shared, because that's incredible. You should be very proud of that
Well,
artwork.
Brian made sure
Very,
to
very
ask her
proud.
ahead of time if it was okay to share it on the Imperial Pulse live stream. Sunday nights,
Awesome. So
8,
she's
8
good
p.m.
with it.
only on YouTube. So then I figured she'd probably be okay with us sharing it too, since she's already shared it on one Genesis live stream. So.
No, I want to make sure to encourage anyone who is an artist that, be proud of your artwork and share it, because the only way
For
that
sure.
your artwork's meant to be out in the world. So share it out to the world, get it out there to people. So
Absolutely.
definitely be proud of what you create and share it with people for sure. No new questions came in, Jason. So do we want to do the wheel? We're
for
at
sure we want to
7:50
do the
now
wheel.
almost.
This is
So
your
I think
last
we're
chance, everybody. If you don't comment
yeah.
right this second, and you haven't already, you're not going to get entered in the draw. This is
I'm
it.
switching over the camera now,
Yeah,
so you
he's
better
starting to
start.
switch over. So if you haven't commented yet and you want a chance to win, do you have? You know what you should do, Jeff? You should have two separate entries, one for Jeremy and one for Emma, because technically they've both commented on the live stream tonight.
Well, Jason, I think I mentioned that when you weren't here, but they are both on there.
Oh, they
Now.
are both.
So
Oh, good.
they are both there.
So
Did it
I
pop up? I hope it
apologize. I was
popped up.
taking a photo for everybody's benefit.
Yes. Did it pop up on screen yet or no? Are we seeing
No, I
the
still see
wheel?
your face.
Oh, darn it.
Oh, darn it.
Why?
Oh, darn it. It worked earlier.
Yeah, let's try this again. Oh, you know what? Let me resize the screen. Maybe that'll help. We'll try one more time, and if not, I'll turn the camera to it like we do in the past.
Oh,
Wheel
but you
of
did it
name,
so good earlier. I'm
go
so impressed.
live. All right, let's see. I'm going to wait to see if it pops up on the YouTube screen before I click away. It's still my face.
Yeah, it's just your face. Not that there's anything wrong with your face, but it's just your face.
What if I turn off my camera? Does that now give you
these two floating dots?
Well, that's not going to help us then, is it?
No, probably not.
No. Why did Uh-oh. Can you guys still hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
My Discord decided to do some sort of weird update.
Oh wow.
But camera should be back.
You're back now.
I'm back now. Why isn't this? I'm going to try the wheel one more time. One more wheel time. Let's try it.
You.
Now
You
that,
can do
now that it
this.
restarted itself.
Wheel.
Go live. I see the wheel on my screen. Do you see the wheel on your screen? Nothing, eh?
No.
All right. So we're going to cancel that wheel. We're going to do the camera turn.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Nice and low-tech version of it.
Yep.
Oh, and it's blurry because, hold on, I got to change that.
It cleared up. It cleared up.
It cleared up? Okay, as long as we can read it then. Okay. So we're going to hit shuffle here. We got 11 entries. No new names popped up, did they, in my little jump around there? Nope. Okay, so.
It's kind of blurry again. Wait, here, let's see. Okay, no, you're good.
Did it clear up now?
Yeah, it's funny, but yeah, you'll just have to tell us who wins.
I can fix that.
Okay.
Give me 1 second here. Put camera on. There we are. Turn on camera. That should be clear now.
There we go. Oh yeah, there we go. Now we're good.
All right. So we've got Jerome S, Emma H, Jeremy H, Cardboard Fab, Mr. Alex 21, Madtown Hobby, Claude, John, Damien, Jason G, and Cardboard Cohorts. One day I'll be able to say that name properly, Andrew. Let's shuffle up these names and spin. And round the wheel goes. And it is on. Hey! Oh, Madtown Hobby. Congratulations.
Madtown Hobby. Very cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
It's about time. You've been here frequently enough that something had to work out. Congratulations.
Gives me an excuse to send him some cool stuff.
Yes. Well deserved. Oh, am I not in camera anymore?
No, you are. I moved it already. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, then I'll stop playing with it.
You just can't see because it's on a delay. But
I'm on a delay here, so I have to kind of guess. That's why it takes me a while to respond sometimes to things. That's awesome. Congratulations, Madtown Hobby. That's great. I mean, if you insist. I know in the past he said, "Oh, re-roll," but no, you deserve it. I mean, you're here every week, and it's about time the wheel landed on you. So don't worry about it. That's coming your way. Just contact hello at Edge of Exile there and give us an address to send it to, and we'll get it on its way to you shortly. I don't know if we have much more to go over, Jason. Is there anything else pressing that you needed to bring up, or?
I just have one pressing thing I need to bring
Sure.
up. I wasn't able to get updated credits this week. Sorry.
Oh,
I did the other 3 videos, but it's going to be last week's credits rolling. So whatever the pun was last week, same pun this week.
that's
I know.
okay.
I've brought shame to us. I know. I apologize.
It's all right. We'll just never speak again.
So I'm being rewarded?
Oh. And this clearly means we've gone too long because we're both
Yeah, there you
getting
go.
a little bit crazy right now.
Well, it's been a fun episode. We got to share
really
lots of cool
has.
information. I'm hoping by next week I'll have heard from both of the distributors, and I'll probably have a ton of new
Yes,
stores to announce, which will be really
that'll be
fun.
awesome.
In the
Yep.
meantime, make sure to check out Good Time Games in Canada, and make sure to check out Valhalla Hobby in the States. Check out their websites. They're carrying Genesis now, and I think they both ship nationwide in their respective countries.
I think so.
So yeah, check them out. Support them. Support all the stores that support Genesis.
Definitely.
That's what we love to do.
Oh
Anything
yeah.
else you want to say before we wind it up, Jeff?
No, I just thank you everyone for coming tonight. This was
Yeah.
wonderful. Oh, Duelist, you missed. Yeah, you're late. You missed the draw, Duelist. Duelist is here every week as well. But no, thank you
Yeah.
all very much, everyone, for arriving tonight and your questions and spending some time with us. It's great. Me and Jason and Janice love this. We love talking to the community,
Yeah.
and it's the one chance we get because we're busy the rest of the time working on a card game. So this is fun. This is when we get to come out of our hovels and engage with the world. It's great.
Yeah, definitely a good time always. Glad to hear that you got the prize package we sent you, Duelist. That's awesome.
Awesome. Great. That's good. That's good.
There you go, folks. There's proof that we actually do mail them out.
Yes. Yeah,
It's
that's
been
true.
confirmed. People are
It's been
getting
confirmed.
prizes.
Yep. No, I've got nothing else, Jason. Just thanks everyone for coming, and we'll see you all next Monday. We'll be 5 weeks away from release, so
Yeah.
might be some special stuff to give away next week. We'll see how
Well,
that
next
goes.
week's also episode 20, which is pretty cool. I know we were pretty
Oh, it
excited
is
when we
episode
hit
20.
10. Next week will be
Yep,
episode 20. That's cool. Another bit of a milestone for this show,
it
so
is.
that's fun.
It is for sure.
All right, I
All
guess
right,
that's
that's
it for
awesome.
tonight.
Can't wait.
Everyone, thanks for
Yeah.
tuning in once again. It's been a real blast. My name's Jason, that guy right there. His name's Jeff. We both love the game, and we love you for loving it as well. Take care,
Yes.
stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon right here in the arena beyond the edge of exile.